riding? You riding a horsey?
Mommy thinks
How does that feel, princess?
Well, I'm glad you're all having such a
Anna, look at Mama, baby.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to talk about some cons of the DVC, or what specifically I didn't particularly like about the DVC. My one recommendation to you guys is to stay at a DVC resort, rent the DVC points first and then see how you like it. I don't have any regrets about doing DVC, but I wish that I would have kind of known. I knew about these things, but I just didn't know what they were like, and so I kind of wish that I would have rented points first just to see how it was going to all work out and everything, because my first trip as a DVC member, we experienced all of these things, and I just never even thought of some of these things. Some I knew and some I didn't. The number one thing when we were looking at DVC, when we chose our home resort, which is Saratoga Springs, they do have a large layout, so it's kind of like a value or moderate resort, and you have to walk quite some distance to get to laundry or to get, something to eat or something to drink, that kind of thing. Most of them are, they're not a very large layout. It's just one hotel building like what you would normally see at any other hotel. And so Saratoga Springs and Old Key West are the two that have a pretty large layout, and Old Key West doesn't have elevators in, I think, most of their buildings, if not all of their buildings. They do not have elevators. I've never actually stayed there before, so I've just heard there are no elevators, and if you're on the third floor, then you're going to have to climb some steps, and you're going to have to pull your luggage up and all those kind of things, unless you get someone with a cart and someone to lug it up there. Then you're going to have to take all of your things up to that third floor or second floor room or whatever, however many floors it does have. So my husband really doesn't want to stay there because he doesn't want to have to do that, which that's not really an inconvenience to me, but for him, he doesn't like the idea of it, trying to lug all of our luggage up, plus our kids too. And so anyways, but if you stay at Saratoga Springs, they have elevators, but like I said, it's a large layout too. So and speaking of walking distances, we got the mug with our dining plan this past May, and the mug was great and all, like at the other resorts, especially Wilderness Lodge, because all we had to do was get on the elevator and go down to the drink machine and get our soda or water or whatever. But when we stayed at Contemporary, we had to cross over the bridge that connects. We stayed at Bay Lake Tower. So when we stayed at Bay Lake Tower, we had to cross over this bridge that connected Bay Lake Tower to Contemporary just to get something to drink. And so we have to take the elevator down, wait for an elevator, take the elevator down, then walk our kids across the bridge, unless my husband went by himself and carried all these drink cups. So I didn't get too many refills, actually, because I just didn't feel like going all the way from there to there. And so we had also brought snacks and drinks anyway, so it wasn't a big deal not to have our drink cups filled, but you kind of pay for that, so I don't know. I'm not sure how all the other resorts are. I know Wilderness Lodge is the same way, you have to walk to get something to drink, and from the DVC Facebook pages I'm on, they had to walk, and some of the other resorts too, to get a mug, to get something to drink. And I feel like at least, if they could make it so that there's just one small drink bar, say at the pool, because DVC has their own pools, and so if they could make it at the pool bar, maybe they could have a small drink refill station, it would make it so much easier to go and get drinks, because that's kind of an inconvenience, especially if you have small children that you're lugging around and stuff that you're lugging around. So anyways, and my next point is you don't get housekeeping every day. So you do when you stay in a normal resort, you leave in the morning to go off and have fun in the parks, and then you come back and it's all sparkly clean, and the beds are all made and everything's just so nice. And if you take the toiletries and you use them all, they restock the toiletries. They give you fresh clean towels every day. But with DVC, you don't get that. So on every fourth day, or the fourth day of your trip, you get towel and trash service. Every other day, you don't get housekeeping. So you don't get the beds made, and you don't get the trash taken out. They have like sometimes on those floors they will have the trash bins or whatever that you can throw your trash in, but some people just throw it outside their room, which I don't think that's right, because then people see that it makes the hotel look awful. So especially like out in the hallways and everything. So I recommend, if you're gonna be, if it's DVC, just take the trash to the trash bin. But so my husband would have to empty the trash out like about every 2 or 3 days, so it wasn't that bad. But I just liked the fact when we did non-DVC rooms that they took the trash out for you. You didn't have to take the trash out. And so then you have to use the same towels for 3 days, unless you have like a washer and dryer in your room. If you have a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom villa, 3-bedroom villa, you have a washer and dryer in your room, you can wash the towels. We were in a studio, so we didn't have that, and so we would have to, so we just used the same towels, and we brought towels for my girls, like hooded towels for my girls, and that's how we kind of solved that problem. And what else here? Oh, and so if you want extra towels, and you have to pay for the towels, I think it's like $6 for a bundle of towels. You have to pay for the towels, but you don't actually get to keep the towels. You have to return them. But you pay for the towels, and you pay for the toiletries. Like if you want more toiletries, you're gonna have to pay for the toiletries. So I always bring my own toiletries anyways. Like that is not a big deal to me, because I have always brought my girls' toiletries and my husband's toiletries and my toiletries with me. So it's not a big deal if they don't provide more. I just like the Disney toiletries myself, and I take them home. It's like souvenirs, and I use them here at home when I'm like kind of Disney homesick, I guess, and I really want to go to Disney. I'm like, I pull this out and I'm like, oh, it smells like Disney. So anyways, the next thing is that studios are pretty small. So if you are a family of 5 and you're thinking about joining DVC, you probably want to get enough points for 1 bedroom, because the studios are really tiny, and I felt cramped being in there with just 4 people, because once you pull that couch out, it gets kind of crowded in there. Bay Lake Tower has the smaller studios. There are other studios that are bigger, like Old Key West studios are bigger. They have more square footage than the Bay Lake Tower ones do. So you probably would want to get enough points for a 1 bedroom if your family larger than 4. Just because studios are pretty small. They don't come with a washer and dryer. They don't come with a full size like refrigerator, like what the 1 bedrooms and up do. So you just have like a small kitchenette, and I have put pictures in other videos that show that as well, so you can take a look at the other video and see that exactly. Some views I've heard are not the views that they say they are. So like if you get a lake view at Bay Lake Tower, sometimes there's a tree halfway blocking your view, those kind of things. So you can ask to move, but just don't unpack all your stuff and then ask to move and have to pack all your stuff back up. So if they have availability for a different room and you want a different room or a specific room number, you can even ask them then as well. I've heard of people faxing them specific new room numbers beforehand. I have no idea how that all works, and I've never done that before, because like I said, I've only taken my first trip, and I was happy with the room we had. We had a view of the lake. It was no trees in the way. We had a view of like the pools over at Contemporary. It was really nice. And then we could see like the electrical water parade at night. We could see some fireworks off in the distance, which I think were like Epcot's maybe. And the next thing is you do only get like a small discount at the different stores. Some stores don't even accept your DVC. We are also annual pass holders, so if they didn't accept DVC, I'd always ask about if they accepted annual pass holders. So we got like 10% off at the Lego store, I think it was. Maybe not that much. We had to use the annual pass. We couldn't use the DVC, and so each store I went into, I did ask, do you have DVC? Do you accept DVC discount or annual pass discount? So I had both, which was good because I could get either or discount. That's it. Thanks for watching.